Vice President Kamala Harris is looking ahead to next week's Democratic convention in Chicago as new polls indicate she's narrowly leading former President Trump in 3 key battleground states. Garrett Hake reports this comes as the Trump campaign says it was hacked by an Iranian group in a case of election interference.
With the Democratic National Convention now just 1 week away, Vice President Kamala Harris and Governor Tim Walz wrapping up a week-long battleground blitz, rallying a fired-up crowd of 12,000 supporters in Las Vegas Saturday.
We know this will be a tight race until the very end. And so let's not pay too much attention to the polls.
Both online and at rallies, former President Donald Trump has repeatedly accused Harris of lying about the size of her crowds.
They said, oh, she had a big crowd. Oh, the crowd.
The Harris campaign poking back on social media with a photo of one large crowd writing, Trump has still not campaigned in a swing state in over a week. Low energy? The former president also pushing a baseless conspiracy theory about President Biden.
I hear he's going to make a comeback at the Democrat convention. He's going to walk into the room and he's going to say, I want my presidency back.
New polling now shows Harris leading Trump among likely voters in 3 key swing states, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin, all within the margin of error. Over the weekend, the Trump campaign said it was hacked by an Iranian group in June, and that documents were, quote, obtained illegally from foreign sources. The statement came after Politico said it was sent Trump campaign documents from an anonymous email account. NBC News has not independently verified the hack. Meanwhile, Vance is trying to walk back Mr. Trump's recent comments on abortion, suggesting he's open to banning access to a commonly used abortion pill.
Would you direct your FDA, for example, to revoke access to mifepristone? That's one of the things that's been discussed.
You could do things that would supplement, absolutely. And those things are pretty open and humane.
Vance says the former president believes that decision should be left up to the states.
You, of course, want to make sure that any medicine is safe, that it's prescribed in the right way, and so forth. But the president wants individual states to make these decisions.
That was Garrett Hake reporting. The Democratic National Convention, it takes place in Chicago in exactly 7 days. And we now know the names of some of the most prominent speakers. President Joe Biden, former Presidents Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton have all been confirmed as speakers at the convention. Former President Jimmy Carter's grandson, Jason Carter, also confirmed to be speaking as a representative for his grandfather. Vice President Kamala Harris and her running mate, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, will formally accept the Democratic Party's nomination during that convention. And former President Donald Trump will be back in North Carolina this week. He'll make a campaign stop at Harris Cherokee Center in Asheville on Wednesday. The Trump campaign says the economy will be the focus of that event. J.D. Vance's Raleigh event that was postponed ahead of Tropical Storm Debbie has not been rescheduled.